Hi, it's Lynn Rose, and I just want to give you a little tidbit, a little something from Wow Factor that can support you as you put yourself out there sharing in the media, sharing when you do your presentations, even if you're just dealing with clients or on a date, you know? And it's what I call happy mistakes. Happy mistakes. How can a mistake be happy? Dang it, don't we want it to be perfect and just right? Actually, no. You got to throw out the idea of perfect. Nothing is ever perfect. And the more we can embrace whatever shows up and go with it, the freer we'll be and the more connected whoever we're dealing with, whether that's an audience or another person, will be. And where happy mistakes come from is that, first of all, when you are doing a presentation or in the media or dealing with a client, you want the connection to lead. Number one is the connection lead. And then everything else flows from there. All your content, all whatever points A and B you're going to cover. But connection needs to be number one. Because you could have all the proper points and all the things worked out, but if you aren't connecting, it's going to get lost on the listener. And if you are leading with that connection, even if it isn't perfect, even if you miss a point, or even if you get tripped up because the microphone goes off, whoa, but you don't lose your connection. You play with it. You acknowledge it or laugh about it, and the audience laughs with you. It actually deepens your connection. So when mistakes happen, when you're allowing the connection to lead, mistakes actually act as a way of amplifying the connection, depending on how you handle it. I'll give a little embarrassing example, but it ended up working towards my favor. But this one is a singing example. Oh, Lord, there's plenty of them out there. But I was singing in this show, and it was a show where I was a lead singer, and then there were dancers, but the dancers were coming on after me. And so I was doing this, I don't know, Conga by Gloria Estefan, let's say, some song like that. And I had this big, huge train on and this big, huge costume, and I'm dancing and singing, and I go and do this big turn, and it knocks the microphone out of my hand and into the audience. Now, this is a show where it's being played to tracks playing in the background, meaning background tracks. So it's not like the band could try to just vamp while I get my microphone. The music's a train that's running along without me, whether I like it or not. So I just kind of play with the audience and kind of keep them involved. We're laughing about it together. Try to get the microphone. The audience member hands me the microphone. The battery had fallen out of the microphone. So then they go to try to hand me the battery. I'm about to put the battery in the microphone. A techie guy comes on and switches out, gives me another microphone. Yay, ready to sing. And the music has stopped. But we all had a great laugh together. Now, that song wasn't meant to be a comedy. I wasn't meant to be Lucille Ball all of a sudden. But it ended up, the audience just loved me and appreciated that moment so much more because I kept them involved. Because it happened and we just went with it and laughed about it, and we were experiencing it together. The connection led. And as a result, it was a happy mistake because the audience could just breathe and laugh and play along. And the same goes when you're speaking. The same goes, I've saw Jack Canfield. Right now I just made a mistake, but I just play with it. So I saw Jack Canfield, and he was doing this speech. And all of a sudden, he actually forgot what he's going to say. I know that's a lot of speakers' greatest nightmares. But what is so brilliant and beautiful about Jack is Jack does that very thing I'm saying. Jack leads from the connection first. Connection, his heart, what he is, the heart of what he is saying is what is carrying his message. So he was going along, and then he just stopped and went, I just forgot what I was going to say. Hold on, I'll get it 1 second. Oh, well, kind of left me, but we'll come back to it. And then he went, but he didn't like get embarrassed or apologize or stop the flow of the energy. He did it in a way that included the audience with him. And so we were loving him because we felt like we were let in on whatever his process was. It wasn't a disconnect. So I invite you to not worry anymore about mistakes. Yes, be prepared. Yes, be in your power as much as you can. when you perform or you speak or make a presentation. But really allow however it shows up, because that's what's going to happen. Sometimes a speaker might go boom, or someone walks in front of you, or you trip up on your words a little bit. But if you play with it and you allow the connection to lead, the audience will stay with you. And you will be able to flow and enjoy it so much more. And it'll free you up so much more. So I hope that helps. Happy mistakes.